Flosstube, it's the Steel City Stitchers back again for a quick little update video and really to talk about what I'm so excited about is March Stitchy Madness, because who doesn't like a good challenge? Let's get some whips taken care of and get some FFOs in place. So I'm going to go ahead and let Erin and Jody get started so that they can explain a little bit about to you what March Stitch Madness means. I'm sure you've heard it from other Flosstubers on their Instagram or on their Facebook page or on their Flosstubes. So just bear with us. What we're doing is something a little bit different, but we've taken some inspiration from other people, and we're really excited about the process that we have. So stay tuned. You're going to hear from Erin, you're going to hear from Jody, and then you're going to hear from me last. So they'll talk a little bit about how the bracket is set up. You'll also see some current whips that we have, because they coincide with Stitchy Madness and all of the good stuff there. So please stay tuned and remember to like and subscribe. If you want to get the bracket so you can start looking at it, you can visit us on our Steel City Stitchers Facebook page. You can also email us at steelcitystitchers@gmail.com and I'll shoot you over one. All right, guys, we'll see you soon.
Guys, this is like the 11th time that I've restarted this video, so hopefully this is it. Hello, one quarter of the Steel City Stitchers here, trying to figure out how to get my phone to stop ringing so that I can film this video for you guys. So here we are. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we're not all together today. We're doing individual videos. For good reason. We do have a stitch filming day coming up in the next couple days, but with March right around the corner, we wanted to come on and share with you all the exciting stuff that we have going on for March. We didn't want to wait until we were into the month because this is very exciting stuff. So I'm just gonna hop right into it. With March right around the corner, we are hearing a lot about March Madness, and that's kind of the big buzz right now. I am not a basketball fan. I don't watch basketball. I don't really know a lot about it. And as far as I know, none of the girls do either. But we keep hearing about March Madness, and really the only thing I know about it is there's brackets and tournaments, and then I guess eventually there's a winner, right? So as I'm perusing through my social media, I have noticed that a lot of people are talking about March Stitchy Madness, and that perked my attention. So I asked the girls, I said, hey guys, like, do you know about March Stitchy Madness? How does it work? Are there rules? What do we do? Let's do it. No one seemed to know anything about it. So I reached out to some fellow Flosstubers and some other Stitchers that I follow. And basically what I figured out is there really aren't any rules and there really aren't any guidelines, and people are just kind of doing it as they go along and making stuff up and making rules as they go, which is awesome. Except I don't operate like that, because if I did that, I would get nothing done. I would just be working on a jumble of stuff and I'd be a mess. So I took it upon myself to create a March Stitchy Madness bracket, and I'm so pumped about this. It's not even funny. And here it is. So what we would love is for you guys to print this out. We have a link on our Facebook page if you'd like to access this PDF, and you can follow along with us. It's Steel City Stitchers on Facebook. And basically all it is it's just a bracket. And the goal at the end of this bracket, or I guess at the end of the month, is to have a fully finished object by the end of March. So this is just kind of a fun way to get there. And we're gonna call it March Stitchy Madness. So I've created some rules up here, and again, you don't have to follow these rules at all. You can do this however you want to do it. Rule number 1 on here is to pick 4 whips and 4 starts. This for me is going to give me an opportunity to work on some whips that I've had sitting around forever. It's going to give me an opportunity to get some starts in that again have been sitting around and I haven't, had an opportunity, or just kind of haven't done them because I've been working on other stuff. So this is really going to force me to kind of dig into my stash and get some stitching done that I normally wouldn't. So that's what's exciting to me. If you guys want to do 8 whips or 8 starts or 6 whips and 2 starts, have at it. This can really be whatever you want. The only thing that I would recommend is that you do only pick 8 things for your starting bracket. The reason being is because it's only going to take you 7 days to figure out what your FFO is going to be. For me, that was important because I know that I need maximum time to actually finish something. So if I pick 10 or 12 things to start with, it's going to take me well into the month, and then I'm only going to have like a week or two to get my FFO done. And I know that for me, that's just not feasible. So this number of things work for me. But again, if you've got more time, or if you are better with time management than I am, feel free to make this as big as you want it. But again, I felt like this was kind of the most manageable for me. So all I want to do today is just go through my brackets and show you guys what I have pinned up and teamed against each other. And it's going to force me to really pick up some stuff that I normally wouldn't. So I'm super excited about it. So my first bracket here is my Pennywise versus my Witch Please start. And so basically what I'm going to do is this is going to be day 1. And I'm going to let you guys participate in this. So I am going to post on my Instagram. It's jfavish, J-F-A-V-I-S-H. And I'm sure the other girls are going to share theirs as well. And I'm just going to put a side-by-side picture of these two up. And I'm going to let you guys decide which one I work on for the day. If I decided on my own, I'd work on all whips just because I feel like I need to get stuff done. So I'm going to let you guys decide, and then that way my FFO really is kind of a group effort, which I think is kind of cool. So my Pennywise, and you guys have seen this before, and no, I have not worked on it since you've seen it, which is why this is another really great reason to do this, because it's going to force me possibly to pick this up again. So there's my Pennywise. I have this side of his face to finish, and then there's some font at the top. So I'm excited to get that kind of worked on. So it's that versus my Witch Please pattern, which is the kit that Erin got me for Christmas. It's from the Geeky Stitching Company, and it's a full kit. Comes with the fabric, the hoop, the floss, and it's adorable. It's so me, and I love it. And I can't wait to start this. And it even comes with like this fun, like pom-pom ribbon stuff to finish it. So if this ends up being my FFO, I'm set because I've got everything to finish it. So super excited about that. So the way that that'll work is you guys will pick which one I work on for the day. I work on it and it moves to this part of my bracket. The next day, I've got my Never Finish Anything versus my calendar. So you guys have seen this as well, and no, again, I have not worked on it since you last saw it, but there's that. I'm obsessed with this pattern. I would really like to finish it. However, I won't be upset if you guys all pick my start for that day, because it is my hands-on design monthly celebrations. I've had this for about a year. I have a giant piece of fabric with it. That's gorgeous. I got it from the Crafty You. And I can't decide if I want to cut these all up and kind of do them cute like she did on a clipboard, or if I want to keep them on one giant piece and maybe put it in the kids' room as like a calendar. I think that would be kind of cool. But the patterns are so cute and they're pretty simple, and I think that I could actually accomplish this, so that's why I picked it. And I've been excited to start this since I got it, and I just haven't. So this will be up against my I Never Finish Anything pattern, and we'll see what happens with that. So whatever you guys pick will go into this bracket. And then I'm going to go over to day 3, which is my cat pattern versus my kayaker. So my cat pattern is this guy. He's on linen, which is not my favorite, but it's enjoyable once I start doing it. And I love the pattern. I'd love to get back into it. I just honestly haven't done it. So that would be my cat pattern versus my kayaker pattern, which I know that I showed you guys not that long ago. And when I talked about it, and this is a black and white photo, but it's actually these like beautiful blues that are in this pattern. And Kristen and I actually are kayaking buddies. We go quite a bit during the summer, so I fell in love with this pattern. I believe she's the one that showed it to me. And if you remember correctly, originally I was gonna bead the whole thing. changed my mind. So I'll be stitching that, and I'm going to be stitching it on this tea-dyed Ada that I dyed a long time ago. Obviously, it still needs ironed. It's pretty wrinkly, but I think the color is beautiful, especially against all the different blues that go along in that pattern. So that is my start for day 3. And then finally on day 4, I have my quilted bees from my Long Dog sampler versus 2 whips that I've got going on that I've had since the beginning of time. And I just haven't finished them, but I'd like to finish them together, which is why I put them on there as one. Here's my Long Dog. I know that you guys have all seen this pattern before. That's probably my most unrealistic finish just because it is so big and it would be a start. So we'll see about that, but I'll do the best I can. My whips for day 4 are, again, ones that I've had since the beginning of time, and I'd like to finish them together, which is why I put them together on my bracket, because I want to finish them, frame them next to each other. So as you guys know about me, I am a big fan of horror movies. I love creepy clowns, hence the Pennywise. And these 2 are from movies. This one's from Terrifier. If you haven't seen Terrifier, do yourself a favor. Don't see it. I don't recommend it. It is the creepiest of the creepy. And this is Art the Clown from that movie. I actually designed this on graph paper by hand. I just need to finish the white. So I'd like to get this done alongside my Popcorn, which is my pride and joy. Again, one of my first cross-stitch projects that I took on. And it's, again, something that I created from a photo. And I've got to just finish his shoulders, and then he'll be done. And I mean, I worked on this for, God, forever. So having him done and Art the Clown done and being able to FFO them together in one piece would be like a dream come true for me. So I am definitely including them, and they're both daunting. In fact, I don't even know if I have the patterns anymore from either one of them because they were so worked and folded and ripped and taped, and so both of them are just going to be kind of a wing it finish, which is fine, but just having them done would be like the ultimate for me. So then what's going to happen is I will work on whichever one's picked, and then on day, so this would be day 1, 2, 3, and 4. So on day 5, this project and this project, you guys would pick which one, and I'd work on that on day 6. And then on day 7, the same thing would happen down here. And then by the end of day 7, there will be a winner on who I'm going to FFO. So that gives me 23 full days in the rest of the month to actually finish something and FFO it, which I thought was an appropriate amount of time. Again, if you guys have more time than me, if you have less time than me, then you can figure out how to kind of shorten this, but this is just sort of the basics, and I'm super proud of it. I think it's going to be really fun. Again, if you guys want to participate with us, the link for this bracket is on our Facebook page, Steel City Stitchers, so you can access it there, and we would love to see your progress. We would love to see what you have in your brackets, and keep an eye out on my Instagram because I am going to be posting polls there every day until I get to my final one. So for 7 days, I'll be posting and asking which one you guys think I should work on, and hopefully by the end of March, I'll have a really cool FFO, which, for me, that doesn't come very often. So it's exciting to me that that there's kind of a light at the end of the tunnel. I know that I'm working towards a finish by the end of March. So just wanted to hop on and share that exciting stuff with you guys for March. If you did want to participate, this will give you a couple days to kind of get your stuff together. It didn't take me very long to get my projects together. You just kind of have to make sure they're all kitted up so that you're ready to work on them if they get picked. You could do a coin flip. You could do the spinner wheel on the app that we've talked about. You could, really, however you guys choose to pick which one to work on is totally up to you. This is a very fluid, open to interpretation type of project, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. I cannot wait to see what the other girls have in their brackets. I know Kristen has some amazing stuff that she purchased recently, so I'm sure some of those are going to make it in her starts, and we will see you during our next video when we're all together again. We can't wait, and happy March Stitchy Madness. I can't wait to get this going. We'll talk to you guys later.
Hi friends, welcome back. It's good to see you. We're doing individual videos this week to show our March Stitchy Madness fun. I'm gonna go over that in a minute, but first, I don't know if Kristen mentioned it, so I'm just gonna mention it because I'm very proud and excited to share finally that we collaborated with Caterpillar Cross Stitch and we did a little video for them. So we made, it's just a video of me talking about floss organization from my crafting / laundry / cat box / everything room. But it's, craft room is first. I feel like that should be noted. This is first and foremost my crafting room because I do have a desk and nice area, but I mean the cats also use this as their bathroom. There's that. Anyways, I made a video from here about my floss organization, and I'm very excited and I'm really proud. I think it went really well. Caterpillar happens to be my favorite designer, so when this opportunity presented itself, I was like, yes, I would like to do that, please. So we, hopefully there will be more videos in the future. I mean, it's just a matter of the girls and I all being able to get together and to record it. And there's a certain way we need to record it. So there's just things, logistic stuff that we have to get together. But if we can make it work, then we can make it work. And hopefully we'll get 1 or 2 more of those videos together and out. And go check that out. Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It was her latest video that she posted. You'll see me smiling with a box. My husband had to take the picture. My husband, I should say, he's an amazing man and I love him very much. He's not a vain person in any capacity, which is an amazing quality, unless you have to do something that's a little bit vain. And I needed him to take this picture of me, and he took 2, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, I have fat face. And he was like, I'm not taking any more pictures. He took like 2 or 3 pictures and he was like, I'm done, that's enough. Who needs more than 3 pictures? It's fine. It turned out fine. She was able to blur things and make it look better, but just for the record, you know, don't ask my husband to take a picture of you because it's not going to go great. Lessons learned. Okay, sorry, I'm rambling a little. The other thing I wanted to talk about besides that Caterpillar video was that I did have it finished, and the only reason I'm bringing this into this video is I'd like to mail this out to my friend. So this is Plaid Tidings. I finished it. It's by Jordan Nicole, Little Stitch Girl. I'm looking at my notes. Sorry, I'm not looking at you. I started this in January, and I finished it in February. That's pretty good, right? I'm pretty proud of that. I'm giving myself a shout out. Yay, Erin, you rock! I stitched it on a 14 count gray Aida. This is Jerry fabric. Thanks, Jerry. Every time I say that, I don't know how many of you watch Parks and Rec, but I think about Parks and Rec and they're like, Jerry filter. And every time I say that, that's what goes in my head. Jerry fabric. Can you tell I've had a lot of coffee this morning? Riding the high. So I'm sending this to my friend Jean, who lives in Ireland now. She moved over there. She doesn't know I'm sending this to her. I don't think she watches these videos, but if she does, hi Jean, it's coming your way. Her husband does not like tchotchkes, so this will be fun. Her husband and my husband work together, so he was like, yeah, you should send it to but I think she'll like it. She's mentioned she liked it before on my Instagram. So this is it. I mean, it's beautiful, isn't it? You can't really see this. You can see that I carry floss when you see it with the sun behind it. But if you don't see it, oh, there you go. If I stand here, you don't see that, and you can see the snowflakes a little better. Anyways, I'm really proud of that. I think that turned out really nice. Somebody asked me on Instagram how I connected, because I don't believe that there are instructions for how to do them all together on her pattern, but I just added 5 stitches here at the bottom in between each one. And I just made them taller, shorter, and just 5 lengthwise, and then some of them are 5 height, some are 4. But I just connected them to make it look like it's one long street. And I really, really love the way that this turned out. I actually really want to keep this one, but my husband's encouraging me to pass it along, and he's right, I should. But I'm really proud of this one. This is a beautiful piece. It was so quick and easy to stitch. If you're even debating buying it, just go buy it. Just do it. It was really fun, and it's a beautiful pattern. She did a great job with this one. I love it. So that's plaid tidings. Now it can go off to Jean in Ireland, who I'm very jealous of. I wish I lived in Ireland. It sounds amazing. She's living the dream. Okay, so let's talk March Madness. We are so excited about this new March Madness idea. I don't know if this happened last year, but I know we didn't participate. So I'm excited to get it going this year. Jody came up with this bracket. Brilliant. I love it. It makes it so much fun. It just gives you, I don't know, an extra push, get some starts in there, and have fun with it. I know all of the girls are doing it a little bit differently. I'm going with Jody's original intention, which was 4 whips, 4 starts. I will show you my whips and starts, and I'll go over what I'm going to do with it. If you haven't seen the bracket yet, you can go to our Facebook page and, excuse me, you can get it there. Sorry, my husband texted me, and that really threw me for some reason. I'm going to put this on silent, and now the cat's meowing. Good times. If you haven't gotten this, I'm sure everyone's mentioned this too, so sorry I'm repeating us. But go to the Facebook page, you can download the bracket, and I'll show it to you. Now, I was watching Rolodex this morning, and she was a little confused by the bracket, so just in case nobody else explained this, the way it works, I'm not a big sports person either. I should say I'm not a big basketball March Madness person. I am a giant baseball fan. If you are also a Detroit Tigers or any kind of baseball fan, you and I will get along just fine. My husband and I got engaged during a spring training game at Joker Marchant Stadium in Florida. It's actually why I moved to Florida, was to be closer to spring training. I don't talk about it a lot on here, but I am a giant Detroit Tigers fan. Just know that about me. I love my baseball. They've been terrible lately, so it's kind of been something that's gone on the back burner. But I used to be a bigger fan, when we had Verlander and Scherzer. All right, I'll stop talking sports. You guys don't care about that. Okay, so bracket, the way it works. You do your whips, your starts. So I've listed them here. What I will be doing, I know some of the girls are just going to flip a coin between the 2 projects, but I'm going to actually post the 2 competing projects onto Instagram and go for a vote. And whatever wins the popular vote will move on in the bracket. So it will be, the way that I picked which project is in what order is I just entered their information and I did a random order generator. I just Googled that. So that's how I got the order. So that's how the competitors were set up. I know it's not like that in the real March Madness, but that's how it was in my house. Okay, so it'll be Ohio versus the Pittsburgh, and you'll understand what patterns they are in a minute when I show them. So then whoever wins that goes on to here. So let's say it's Ohio. Ohio will go against either the Autumn Bell Pull or the Creeping It Round. And whoever wins that will compete. So let's say it's Autumn Bell Pull. Ohio versus Autumn Bell Pull. Who will win? Let's say it's Ohio. And then whatever wins between this competition will go here into the winner's circle, and that's what I will FFO for the month. How fun is that? It gives you inspiration to FFO a project. It gives us plenty of time to finish it, stitching it too. This should only take, that's 8 days of stitching plus another to get down, plus another, do you know what I'm saying? So plus another 4 days, 8 plus 4, plus another 2 days, and then you have the rest of the time to stitch. So a good full 2 weeks to finish stitching a project, which is plenty of time. For the projects I picked, I should say. I was strategic and I didn't pick anything that was going to take me forever. Like I could have done my Mario piece, but honestly, I'm never going to finish that in a month. And there are other ones that I could have finished. So this is what I went with. And I'm happy with my choices. And I'm excited. And it's fun to have like a new, it's always, I always enjoy cross stitch. But it's fun to have this because it kind of like brings new life into the projects. I like that. Okay, so my first project is my Ohio piece. I'll show you, here's what it looks like in case you have forgotten. That's what it will look like, stitched up. And this is where I'm at. So this is my whip. I mean, I think I could definitely finish that in a month if I had the motivation. I could finish that in 2 weeks. No problem. I just need the motivation. So I will be working on that. So that is Ohio. That's by Country Magic Stitch, and it's on Etsy. I started that in November of 2019 on a 14 count Aida. So that is project number 1. I didn't really think this through about where I'm going to put them. Okay, so that one is versus my Pittsburgh piece. Now the Pittsburgh one is also from Etsy. It's from Awesome Pattern Studio. This is what it looks like. You've seen my Detroit one, and I'll be showing that again. But I have a Pittsburgh one. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. And I have this black Aida. I might be switching this up. I don't love this fabric. I mean, already this project isn't going to win just because of that. So I'm probably going to be switching up what fabric I do it on. But for now, I'm using this 14 count Aida. And that is my start. Okay, next, matchup number 2. Autumn Bell Pull. This one's going to be a tough competition because I really like this Autumn Bell Pull, you guys, by Tiny Modernist. Oh man, that's so cute. And I'm stitching it on this dark brown Aida Jerry fabric. And the way that the floss is popping, oh, it's so pretty. This is the floss from that Color and Cotton Harvest box. It matched up perfectly. I still keep meaning to look into if she did that on purpose or not, but literally all of the colors matched perfectly. So I just substituted all of my Color and Cotton. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I love it. I started that one January of 2020, and that's where I'm at with it. Okay, so that's the whip versus the start, which is from that Color and Cotton Harvest box. It is Creeping It Round. This is the picture of it, if you haven't seen it. It's small, so it won't take me long. And I found this really pretty, also Jerry fabric. Oh, you can't really see, bummer. You can't really see the green, but that's green. It's beautiful, and I have all of the stuff to completely FFO that one, so I'm really excited about it. That is by Heart and Hand. If I didn't say it, you could see it on there. Creeping, I love it. That kitty cat's so cute. Look at that little ghost right. I love it. I love it. That one's gonna be tough competition between those two. Ooh, I just realized that those two are against each other, and they're both like Halloween-y. That's pretty cool. That was a good matchup. All right, next matchup. The whip is Detroit, if you can call it a whip, but which I am. So that's what it will look like. We've talked about this one before. And this is how far I am. This is actually a 16 count. It's a really nice fabric. It was a kit. My husband gave this to me for Christmas a couple years ago. Last year? No, I don't remember. 16 count Aida. I started it in January of 2019. So that is also by Awesome Pattern Studio. So that is the whip versus the start. Ooh, this is tough competition. I feel like the start's gonna win this one on Instagram. Which is beautiful. Stowe Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. I mean, come on. That's a really, really cute pattern. The problem with these that I was finding is that they're larger than they appear. They must be stitched on a really, really small count. Or a large count, I guess, if you're doing, I guess large count, either way. But it must be a very small, teeny tiny, because they're bigger than you'd think. But I'm using one of my Stitched Modern Susan cut pieces, 14 count. It's called Touch of Blue. It's really pretty. So I'll put that on there. Okay, that's Snow Village. That is the start. Next up, last competition. Again, tough competition. My whip is Christmas Cat by Satsuma. Let me show you just in case you don't know it. I mean, that's pretty adorable. Now this one, I do have to say, I think would take me a little bit longer to stitch, but I think I could do it if I had the right motivation. I'm kind of into it already. That's it. This is that red Ada that Kristen gifted me, and I love it. It's rough. I kind of wish that I had, oh, I might still soak it. I bet if I soaked it, it would soften it up. The wheels are turning. I don't know. I probably will do that. That's a good idea. I don't know how if that, ooh, probably not with the red, right? That would run. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to do that. Okay, I started that in December, and that's when it came out. I'd love to get that finished because I have an FFO idea for that already, so that would be a fun project to FFO by the end of the month. Okay, that is going against kind of a random start. I bought these at the Rocking Horse, which has sadly gone out of business in Michigan. And I love these little postcards. And I've been wanting a reason to, oh, I hear my daughter. I'm going to have to hurry this up. I wanted a reason to finish these or to do these. So now I have an excuse. So this is what the pattern will look like. Super cute, right? It is called Moose Mountains. And these are by Melody Gilmore. And I'm going to stitch it onto this 16 count Ada that I got from Dove Stitch. This was, it's called, oh, they even have the name of it, Brown Hand Dyed Effect. These were just like a mystery. You could buy a bundle of mystery small cut pieces, and that's what this is from. And I think that that would look cute stitched on that, right? And I'm just gonna do, oh, I keep losing the floss for that somehow. I flossed it again. I think the cats keep stealing it. I'm gonna use that, a blue sparkly color on that. I'm just gonna do one solid color. It doesn't come with colors. You're allowed to choose your own. So I think I'm just gonna do like a blue sparkle. I can't believe that I lost that again. Great. I mean, it's gone now. The cats have claimed it. I'll have to find it. Okay, so anyways, I feel like I was a little rambly and I'm very sorry for that. It's been a busy few days for me. But I'm back and I'm excited to get started on this stuff, and our stitch day is coming up. What? Gosh, that's like next weekend, right? Next Saturday. I can't wait to hang out with you guys. I can't wait to see what project I end up doing for the day. I'll probably also bring my caterpillar stitch along that's going on right now, that Bloom and Grow, and get a little bit more into that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. A whole day of stitching. Sounds like heaven. I just had the girls by myself in Michigan for a couple of days, and I need the break. I think that's about all I have to talk about. Oh, look, I wanted to show this too. He's using his bag. He's got all this stuff in it. It's so nice. He's doing great on his project too. They just came out with the next month, and I'll talk about that in another video, but he's using it, and it looks great. Okay. Well, I hope you guys all have a great time putting together your March Madness. Even if you don't do our bracket, I hope you find a way to do March Madness, and I hope you get involved in it because I'm really excited. You don't have to do a new project every day. I know that's what some people are doing, and that sounds super fun, and I love it. But if you want to do something where you're just going through your whips, that's a fun way to do it. Or if you want to do something where you're doing all new starts, that's fun too. And you don't have to finish something at the end of the month. I like the idea of having an FFO at the end that we can show. I think that's going to be a really cool end and tie up to the month. And it gives us a month, the whole month of April, off from doing new starts before we get to Stitch Mania, which is going to be fun too. We just have so much fun in this community. Excuse me. I love it. So grateful to know you guys. I'm so grateful that you welcomed us into your home and that you're watching us. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye.
I look crazy today. Like, I just realized that. I'm also, pardon the light, I'm up in my attic because my husband is working from home today and he's taken over the house. So he was upstairs in the office. Now he's downstairs in the kitchen, so I have nowhere to be. And luckily all my stitch stuff is up here in the attic. But still, I don't know if you can see them or not. There's one, but there's somebody joining me today. All right, so let's get into the Steel City Stitchers Stitchy March Madness 2020. Okay, so as the girls explained, this is the bracket. And the way that I've done it is I've actually put day 1, day 2, day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and days 15 through 21 in order to complete that final FFO. So kind of the same way that Erin's going to be doing it. Day 1, I'm going to stitch the first pattern. Day 2, I'm going to stitch the second pattern. And then I'm going to let Instagram, on my personal Instagram page, and also potentially on the Steel City Stitchers Instagram stories, I'm going to allow you guys to pick who advances to the next round out of those 2 patterns. But I want to make sure that the full 8 days I'm touching every single one of these projects. I am not doing any new starts with this. I want to keep this completely whip related, which I think is fine. Some people are choosing to do starts as well, but I'm going to hold off on doing any starts until after this challenge. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you each of the projects individually, which will also give you an idea of what I've been working on since we had our last update video. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I wanted to show you before we talk about my choices, wanted to show you my update on the February portion of the Modern Folk Embroidery SAO. So I have that completed, and here's where I'm at. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, that color is coming in so nice. The gingerbread fabric from Picture This Plus. I'm using 820, DMC 820 on 32 count gingerbread from PTP, and I absolutely love it. It's looking so good on this giant piece of fabric. All right, so that was the only other whip that I did since our last video that's not included in Stitch Madness. I also did have one finish though, which I'm really excited about because it's super cute. And I apologize, I sound terrible. I have acute bronchitis. I'm on antibiotics for it, so I'll be okay, but that's why I sound so terribly out of breath and congested, so I apologize. It's been kind of crazy around here lately, but we'll get into that next time. Okay, the finish that I had, and it's not an FFO, but it's a finish, my Erica Michaels. Oh my god, there's a string on it. I love it so much. It's called Beware. And I keep forgetting the name of this fabric, and it's really annoying because I think I said it like 3 times on the last video. Some clay, I don't know, but it looks so cute. I have no idea how I'm going to FFO this, but it's done, and I just used 310 to do that one. Okay, now let's get into the bracket. So for day 1 and day 2, so the first challenge of Stitch Madness is going to be I Love the 90s versus Penny Autumn. 2 very different patterns. This is where I'm at on I Love the 90s. How cute! All I have are just a few little elements down at the bottom. There's a Tamagotchi, a computer, so I'll be able to finish this one really quickly. But I've worked a lot on this one over the past couple of days, so I could get to a good starting point for March. So there's I Love the 90s, battling off against You Know It, You've Seen It, Plum Street Samplers Penny Autumn. Using my own color conversion for the border, I went with navy instead of black. And all I have left to do is literally just duplicating this over here. Like, why don't I just finish this? I don't understand myself. All right, so that is challenge number 1. So those will be for day 1 and day 2 of the challenge. And then you guys will be able to pick, based on what they look like or how far I advance, who moves on to the next part of the bracket. Okay, day 3 and day 4. I've worked a lot on this one lately too. I'm trying to get it done for Easter. because it is an Easter pattern, but it is Hare's Hunt by Plum Street Sampler. I love this one. And here's where I'm at. So all I have left to do is the top of this tulip over here and then 2 little eggs. I mean, so easy. Like I can get this done in no time. But I love it. I love the colors, and I am using the called for flosses, which are all variegated. Okay, so that's day 3. Challenging Hare's Hunt is going to be, again, a very different pattern compared to it, is Caterpillar Cross Stitches Seize the Day. So this is a sow that I definitely want to complete. I really don't have too much left to do. Just like, I think there's like 2 panels left on the bottom that need to be done. But it's such a quick and easy pattern, I feel like I can bust it out in no time. And I love this fabric. It's Mushroom Lugana. It's like one of my faves. So this is day 4, Challenging Hare's Hunt. Okay. Day 5. Until We're Dust. This is a Night Spirit Studio pattern. Ugh. It's so cute. Let me fix my string. I just have like a random needle sticking in there somewhere. I'm a mess. Okay. But look how cute it is. So it has that little heart-shaped border. And then I was thinking about putting little red anatomical hearts in their little thoracic cavities because I'm a nerd and I love it. All right, so Until We're Dust by Night Spirit Studio is going up against another Plum Street sampler, because why not? And this one is Sampler House 3, You're a Grand Old Flag. And here's where I'm at on this one. 3 trees, some sheep, and the text at the top. I think I can do it. Okay, so those are days 5 and 6, battling each other for the chance to advance. Who will become an FFO? It's up to you guys. Okay. Finally, the last 2 patterns, or whips, I guess I should say, that are going to be in the challenge is Hocus-Pocus. I love this so much. This is a Russian designer. I actually won this from Bendy Stitchy. So this is the pattern. And here's how far I am. Oh, isn't he the cutest? Oh, I cannot wait to put all this backstitch in and just see him just come to life. And the polka dot fabric is just, ugh, it's fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so Hocus-Pocus is going to be going up against Deck the Halls, another Caterpillar cross stitch, but I'm so close to being done. Just do it. Why am I like, I don't know, I'm so lazy. Just do it. Just finish it. This is on polka dot, well, it's snowflake fabric from Fabric Flare. 32 count, I believe. Okay. So those are my choices for March Madness. Again, what's going to happen is that they're numbered, so the days dictate which project I stitch on. Once I'm done with day 1, day 2, then you guys will vote on who advances to the next bracket. I'll move on to day 3 and 4. We'll do the same thing, move on to the next bracket. So for anyone who's confused about how this works, it's very simple. It's just kind of like how March Madness works. In basketball, if you lose, you don't get to advance to the next part of the bracket. Pretty simple. All right, guys. Well, I am so excited about this challenge. I hope that you want to join us. Again, if you want the link for the bracket, you can always shoot us an email at steelcitystitchers@gmail.com, or you can find it on our Facebook Steel City Stitchers page. So multiple ways to get the bracket. Thank you, Jody, for making this. And we are so excited to see what you guys decide to do for March Stitchy Madness. I'll link a couple different hashtags in the bottom. We haven't really decided what hashtag that we are going to use exclusively. It might be SCS, Stitch Madness, but again, we'll figure that out. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you enjoyed watching our quick little video. We will be back next week with a more updated video to show some haul that we've recently received and some other things that we have going on. We wanted this one to just specifically be for March Madness. So we will see you all again soon. We'll talk.